Today I'm going to concentrate on structure and how I go about getting that structure, and then we're going to briefly look at just building up the first little bit of a track and how I go from nothing to something. So there's a couple of tips and tricks I like to use. The first thing what I'm going to do, or I've already done, is I've loaded up a ESX24 in Logic, or if you're not using Logic you can just use any sampler, or you can just put a kick in as audio. And I've just chose one of the Dave Parkinson trance kicks, quite nice. I'm not too worried about how it sounds at the minute, because remember, all we're doing is structure. So what I want to do is, I want to implement a method I started using about a year ago, and I was getting feedback from labels that the structure wasn't right, or that something didn't really fit. And although I've been producing for quite a while, sometimes you get this kind of feedback and it's frustrating, and you have to go back and change things. And when it comes to automation and everything like that, it can be a real nightmare. So I thought what would be an awesome idea is if I copied like a popular track structure, and that way it eliminates getting the feedback of the structure's not right, or just getting any kind of negative feedback. And it doesn't mean that you have to copy it 100%. You can adapt it in your own way, but it just gives you a rough idea of a professional track structure and takes away any doubts you may have. Now, there's a couple of other advantages of doing this, and that is that once you've got a structure done, it's a psychological thing in my opinion. You've got the ending in sight. Like you'll see it in a little bit, we'll have the structure of the track done. So when you're building up the track and you're going from section to section, you know where the next break is, you know where the build up is, you know where the drop is, you know where the outro is. So it's a psychological thing, it gives you an ending in sight.